We're rolling.
Nice, dude.
Rolling.
Jelly rolling.
I know that we love Body Brain here, but I just went old school right before this. Little throwback. I had some Black Rifle coffee right before.
Oh, I had some Matt Rifle.
Matt Rifle.
Matt Rifle. Have you ever had some Matt Rifle coffee?
Yeah, it gave me perfect teeth.
It gives you the ability to interact with any crowd.
Yeah.
Welcome, guys. We're live. This is Wednesday, August 13th. We're coming to you live. We got everybody in the chat. Dan Mullen with the $100.
Ooh, 5 memberships from Lee Rector.
Yeah, we're live. The news today, Donald Trump has
I got into Skankfest today.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I forgot all about that.
The Windy City.
Why would you? It happened today on Wednesday, this morning, Wednesday.
New Orleans, the Windy City.
I will actually be in New Orleans tonight at Sports Drink and tomorrow at Sports Drink. Friday is a different venue, but then Saturday there's 2 shows opening for Brittany Carney at Sports Drink. So please come out to that. It's crazy that I'm in New Orleans right now and podcasting for everybody. So
I think they'll show up if you just keep saying Sports Drink.
Sports Drink. I like the name of the venue because I like sports and I like drinks.
Yeah, is that is it like a sports bar?
No, it's a comedy club.
Okay.
Maybe it is it was a bar, but that's where Andrew Polk did his special. It's just like a cool small room.
It's an interesting name for a comedy club because it seems like people just around the area that are like trying to get drunk and watch the game would be like, Sports Drink, this sounds like a good place. And then those drunk assholes are going to watch you do comedy. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I want to watch the game.
Yeah.
This isn't preseason Bills.
I'd go in and be like, can I get a Gatorade? Y'all got a blue?
Yeah. That's what you would think.
There's no it's spelled sports drink, but with no what's the word, like AE, like those letters. What the fuck are those called? Vowels?
yeah, vowels.
Yeah, there's no vowels in the name. I need to evacuate. They evacuated their vowels from the name.
Spurts Dunk.
It's Spurts Dunk. Spurts Dunk. Spurts Dunk. Come on out to Spurts Dunk.
So they spell it like one of those, like an app, like a tech thing.
Yeah, it's like yeah. That's how people. That's how sports fans know there might be something a little off about this.
Yeah, I have an English degree, and that infuriates me.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I would like it better if it was sports with a Z and drank with a A.
No, that's cool. That's like a dialectical, like creative decision, but removing the vowels in the interest of what, I don't know, it's just maddening.
Spurts Dunk. Yeah, that's like
so come on out to Spurts Dunk.
That's like some attempt at like TikTok like relatability, like Savage Season, but it's only the SVG and SZN.
No, I think it's just like
if you tried to search for it in your fucking Google Maps, you would, like, if somebody was like, "Hey, come to Sports Drink," and you go, "Okay, I'm gonna key it in." You would type in Sports Drink, and then it would just show you like where a 7-Eleven is that has Gatorade. Like, I can't.
We have Gatorade.
That's your fault. Oh, you thought there were vowels? No, I don't know why you would think that the word would have vowels in it. That's on you.
Oh, maybe it is called Sports Drink, but the Instagram handle is Spurts Drink.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
okay.
I guess that's okay.
Okay, I thought it was called because it's like a little alty, like
Alty's nuts.
So I thought it was called Spurts Drink, but it might just be Sports Drink, and that's just the handle that was available.
I did not know New Orleans even had comedy clubs.
This is like the only one, and it's just like it's one of those comedy clubs where it's like just owned by a comic, basically.
Okay.
Well, now that I know that it's in New Orleans, it makes a little bit little bit more sense that drink is in the name because everybody's walking around trying to drink.
Yeah.
So if you name it like comedy club, they're gonna be like, can we drink there?
Right.
I don't know if we can drink there. Well, they put drink in the name, so I'm drinking. Bunch of fucking retards.
Fucking dude, Vegas and NOLA both attract. I love New Orleans, like not just for the drink. I like the drinking and stuff there, but it's just such a cool city. Like it's so old and like there's like nowhere else like it in the United States. But both NOLA and Vegas attract like the absolute dumbest people like worldwide. Like you just run into so many stupid people there.
You could wipe the whole of Louisiana off the fucking map, and I would sleep like a baby.
How about Louis J. Anna?
Louis J. What?
Louis J. Anna instead of Louisiana.
Oh, instead of Louisiana, Louis J. Anna.
This is an interesting website. I kind of like this. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I think their brand. It's a cool spot, and I thought Polk Special was good. I think.
Oh, look at the cursor.
Oh,
did you see that?
What's the cursor look like? Oh, nice.
Like Homer's
I wonder
hand.
if Polk helped design it because he is like a good designer. He might have.
Oh, you know, he had a little sugar in the tank.
Polk.
You know, how you gonna be a man in design?
Designfeld. Yeah. So yeah, if you're in NOLA, come on out for that. You know, it'll be a good time.
Camp Patterson.
Camp Patterson.
Nice.
Camp Patterson.
Camp Adderson.
Camp Adderson.
We're just warming up, guys.
We're
live.
I'm not used to sleepy Sunday. I mean,
zap.
I had a very I had a big weekend, so I'm kind of slow. I'm sorry.
Every weekend.
What'd you do?
You're obese.
I had a friend in town, so we went out last night.
What's his name?
Is it gay to have a male friend? It was a girl though.
Fellas, is it gay to have friends?
I was watching that movie, All the President's Men, and I was like, pause. Did you see 0% of they polled black voters and 0% said they'd vote for Buttigieg?
That checks out.
I was like, they're calling it the national pause.
You know what I think that it well, I think somebody sent me that video. I don't know if it was you, but did you see that Stephen A had a response to that?
No.
Why I should try and find that. Me personally, I think it has a lot to do with the last name. When like somebody has like a fucked up like white last name. It's like when Patrice did the roast of Charlie Sheen. He's making fun of Jesselnick's
who are
last
black
name.
people to judge somebody for having a goofy name? That's
well,
crazy.
The goofier their names are, it's like the weirder a name like Jesselnick or Buttigieg. That's like it's easily identifiable that it's not them.
Only Booty can judge me. Pete Boot. It's me, Pete and Mike Judge.
Wait, and that's funny because he is gay, right?
He is gay. Yeah.
The booty judge.
Yeah,
he's the booty judge. He's judging booties.
I know it's a very funny name.
Fruity Judge.
Yeah, there probably is.
Look, he's my favorite flagrant guest. So black people need to get with it.
I do think there's probably.
He endorsed the flagrancy.
I am one of these people, but there's probably like a lot of the country that like when they parade a gay guy in front of you, like Pete Buttigieg, and they're like,
first of all, if you're going to a goddamn parade, it's usually going to be a gay guy involved.
But when they have like,
very gay parades are such a gay event.
But
I love them. Don't get me wrong.
Have a public figure that they tell you is gay, especially a politician like that, the first thing I think of is butt sex. Like, I mean, in my mind, what I see is gay butt sex, and then I got to like walk back from there back to like a place of as close to normalcy as I can get to actually engage with what's happening. But then there's a lot of people who probably can't get past the butt sex. They go, yo, that shit's disgusting.
I mean, I think that's literally why not a single black person. That's why black guys.
Yeah, I forgot he was gay. That's probably exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's the national pause.
Yeah, because like with good Christian heterosexuals, the first thing you think of would not be the like how they be fucking, but like when they make it a point to let you know that somebody's gay, then that puts in your mind like, oh yeah, he's spreading his cheeks and busting it wide open.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't feel bad for him, but if he wasn't gay, he would actually be he would probably be a very successful politician.
Yeah, he is.
He is talented.
He is a very successful politician.
But he would be in the next. He would be actually a legit. He's probably the most charismatic guy since Obama.
Well, yeah,
but he's gay, so he's not going to win. He's never going to be the president.
No, we are never, dude. We wouldn't even allow a Catholic to be president. We fucking kill him.
Hey, no, Brandon was Catholic.
Yeah, Biden was Catholic, right?
Yeah, Brandon was super.
But he was
Catholic.
barely even the president. Am I right?
Come on,
you're telling me.
I'm not going to talk to the Pope.
Catholicism is worse than being gay, actually.
That was funny that was like a controversy when JFK, would they ever allow a Catholic president?
Well, that checks out because so much of the founding of America was to break away from Catholicism. So when they fucking came on over here on Plymouth Rock, they were trying to get away from all that. Whatever wackadoo, with the altars and the thing with the smoke and all the Catholic beliefs that they didn't like. And so this country's founded on good Christian Protestant values. So the idea of reintegrating.
Ironically, I say the devil wears Protestant.
Very true. Yeah. But yeah, so I think I don't know, politically, I think every politician is some fragment of the Antichrist anyway. So I don't really like anybody that's in politics, but we definitely are not gonna put up with no Catholicism or gay or homosexuality.
Yeah, I meant, by the way, I don't like Pete. I think he's obviously a very inauthentic politician. I just mean purely from a political the skill of being a politician. I think he's pretty good at that.
I even think people are allowing themselves to be fooled, to be tricked by Zoran Mamdani, because that motherfucker's still a politician. So
yeah, man, he doesn't come off as authentic. The only one in the race who comes off as authentic to me is Stephen A. Smith. Oh, and Eric Adams too.
Eric Adams actually does come across as authentic because he's crazy.
He's just nuts.
Zoran, everything he does is calculated and performative and very cynical.
Right.
Like any politician. Did you see that thing that just?
He is very calculated. And then he asked me if I want to round up for some charity or something.
Would you like to leave a penny? Take a penny. Yeah, did you see that thing that he posted where he's sitting?
By the way, Dalton, key to the bathroom is the funniest thing I've ever. The funniest racist thing about Indians I think I've ever heard.
Everybody can have key to the bathroom. That's for the public good.
That's actually how the key to the bathroom works too. So that it tracks. Makes sense.
I asked you for it, and I use it in a roast battle. I'll return it though.
Okay, yeah, just make sure I get it back.
You have to bring it back.
Did you see that thing Zoran posted a few hours ago though, where he's sitting on a bench with Elizabeth Warren, and he's crying? He was crying, and it's this is. I don't understand. And maybe there is no way for a politician to ever be human, actually. But I don't know how he thinks that comes across as authentic or endearing. Where it's we've seen every fucking play out of every playbook. We know that this is performative.
There's a lot of people pretending that he's. I mean, he's kind of, to me, he seems very obvious about
I will say though, if you listen to the clip, because I thought it was just him crying too about some shit, so I clicked on it to listen to it. And he's actually saying it's a confusion moment where he starts crying and he goes, I was holding in a cough and it made me start crying. And she's like, oh, I thought you were moved by what I was saying. So he was holding in a cough and that's why he shed a tear.
Oh, really?
I was sitting there trying to figure out how I could make it that he smelled bad and that's why he cried. But I didn't think of anything good.
Stank.
Well, he smells like onions.
Yeah, something like that, but I couldn't quite
I didn't even.
figure it
Yeah,
out.
you know what? That's on me for
So
not even listening.
I thought the same thing you thought though before I like listened to it. It's a very he needs Drewski on his team because Drewski is the master of making videos that you don't have to listen to.
yeah,
Nor would you
honestly,
want to.
yeah. Drewski is great at Drew. Do you think
It's like you don't
Drewski's
even have to listen. Just see this guy is like fat and his head looks crazy. Just watch him and laugh. He's funny.
It's actually better if you don't turn the sound on. Do you think he storyboards it in GIF form? Like, okay, that's going to be a really funny GIF. That's going to be a funny GIF to do.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that stuff is calculated. Like what stills are going to be the memes,
right? And then
I
he's like,
guarantee it.
"Well, what's the premise of the sketch and what's the dial?" I will figure that out.
We'll figure it out when we get out there.
It's all about like, look, they're gonna
the premise
laugh.
of the sketch is I am putting on makeup to look like a white guy, and whatever happens out there is all going to be gold.
I'm going to do this, and this will be a GIF. You know, like.
Oh
and people like it because I'm a big fat idiot. I'm a big fat idiot, and people.
I like
so obnoxious.
I like to root for Shane, but it's like him and Theo. Did you see they're going to be in this new Drewski movie called like The Diggers or whatever?
I think that was fake. That's not a real movie.
I hope it's not. I hope not. It's not.
It was like one of those great Drewski sketches where you know the whole joke is that it's not a real movie.
Okay, I don't. Well, I literally
think he just wanted it. I really think that was like a calculator, like, oh, a Shane Gillis movie would go super viral, so I'm gonna just confuse everyone into thinking it's real.
I know Shane. That makes sense because I know Shane has better sense than to be in that bullshit. Like he'll have Drewski on his pod and shit, but I know Drewski ain't or Shane ain't gonna be in a fucking.
I heard he turned down a Trump interview, Shane, which I was very happy that he did that.
Good. That's good. He on the
he's
on the scoreboard on the Mark Maron good boy list.
No, I just think Shane has had like every opportunity to grift, and he has chosen to he just wants to be a comedian. He seems to want to be a comedian for everybody. He doesn't want to just
he's doing a good job.
He walks that line. He threads the needle, and he's trying to be. At the end of the day, I think he'll say his opinions on his podcast, but he's good at threading. I mean, I don't think Shane is trying to do anything but be funny and just make it in comedy. Like, I don't get the sense like these other guys, I think, are just kind of chasing money or power or something.
Yeah.
No, you don't even wait. Do not even press play. This is such an awesome thumbnail.
Yeah, before we get too far away from the booty judge, I did want to play Stephen A's thoughts on him.
What a fucking dude. Bill Maher crushed the booking Dr. Phil, Stephen A, and George Will. This old SL libertarian,
By the way, when I see Dr. Phil now, when I see him, it takes me a minute to figure out who it is because you see Adam Ray's Dr. Phil 800 times before you see this guy. Dude, you see Dr. Phil once in between 800 times of seeing a clip of Adam Ray be Dr. Phil.
It's like that.
So funny. That's so true.
Yeah, it's like that.
Adam Ray's Dr. Phil feels more present in the culture than the real.
That's Dr. Phil now. That's the Dr. Phil reference now. That when you hear the words Dr. Phil, you think of that image. This guy is a stranger now.
Yeah, do you know that
who's this fucker ripping off Adam Ray?
do you know that Find Luigi, the Mario DS minigame?
Yeah.
So it's like
is that about the cops after he killed that CEO?
No, not that one. They found him pretty easily. It's easier to find Luigi Mangione than it is Luigi.
Yeah, he was in McDonald's.
But no, so it's just like a bunch of floating Adam Ray Dr. Phils, and you're just trying to find the one real Dr. Phil.
which I think would actually be very easy because he looks nothing like him. You just look at the one that looks different.
Wait until your screen is cluttered with a bunch of fucking Adam Ray Dr. Phil's heads banging around.
Now, will the real Dr. Phil please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. It's Adam Ray in the middle of like a bunch of Dr. Phil's, or Dr. Dre in the middle of a bunch of Adam Rays. This is a reference to an image.
Y'all act like you've never had a problem before.
Y'all act like you never been on Kill Tony before.
And by the way, my Dr. Phil, I just do Hank Hill.
You know what he talks like Hank Hill, kind of. Whoa,
Whoa.
Cash you out where now?
I sell doctor and doctor accessories.
Yo, Dr. Phil. Right.
That was a classic, the Dr. Phil Bam Margera. That one was
Did we do that?
Classic. No, I think they did it on Bonfire, but just the episode itself is just a masterpiece.
That sounds
They did Dr.
Really
Phil Margera. I gotta lose weight. All right.
Dr. Dre, Dr. Phil. I'm trying to get there.
Well, let's watch the clip.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk. Like got something to say. Nothing comes out with Dr. Phil.
They all forgot about Adam Ray.
Democratic primary voters, 16% would support Buttigieg. That's the highest of any candidate. Pete Buttigieg.
I don't believe it.
Wait.
I think that's just a poll number. I can't see that happening.
Well, okay, but wait. 16%. Black voters, 0. 0. You don't usually see 0 anywhere. 0's low.
For who? What is this?
For Buttigieg. Explain that. I mean, why do black voters have this? I mean, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, real quick. I love Bill Maher so much. I want to like hang out with him. He's just the coolest fucking dude. Like everything about him just makes me happy. Dude. Even when he's being mean. And he's being nice right here.
There was a good, I sent it in the group chat, but like the first 10 minutes of this like huge essay about Bill Maher is kind of like elaborating why he is actually funny and like how he's kind of a troll. But anyway, I agree. It's great to see Bang Bang Maher gang. We have never deviated.
He's under indexing a little bit with black voters. Yeah.
A little. What is that all about?
He doesn't move us. I respect the man. I've interviewed him before. Very nice man, highly intelligent. But you gotta be able to move us, bro. He doesn't move us. You can speculate as to why that is. I'm not going there. He doesn't move us.
Democratic primary voters,
Dude, Stephen A. Smith is incredible at being on television.
He doesn't move us.
He doesn't move us. His vocal range is so awesome.
Dude, he should. Stephen A. Smith actually is perfect for politics because he found the perfect way to say we ain't going for that gay shit.
Yes. Everyone knew, but I'm not going. My favorite fucking move. He did it. And I was so happy every time. I love the man. He's a very nice guy. I've interviewed him. I met his family.
I had dinner with his grandparents.
I'm his son's godfather. But this man is gay.
I like the dynamic of this too, with like Dr. Phil just trying to get a line in. Like Dr. Phil really shouldn't even be here. This is a meeting of the minds. This is a meeting of the bullshitters. And Dr. Phil's like, yeah, he's not doing too good, huh? It's like, yeah, we just said that. Shut the fuck up.
Narrow cloaca.
Bill Maher's like, can you be like the Adam Ray version?
Yeah. Okay, you were a lot funnier on Kill. Bill Maher thinks it is actually Dr. Phil.
Yeah, that'd be funny if Bill Maher invited Dr. Phil, and then this Dr. Phil shows up, and he's like, "What
the fuck happened? Wait a minute. Why you look so nervous?
I wanted the guy from Kill Tony." Okay.
Yeah. Okay, on Kill Tony, you seem a lot more comfortable. I'm actually surprised Dr. Phil looks so nervous on camera. Like
he does look a little nervous.
It's like you've been on TV like every day for like 40 years or whatever.
Different setup though. He's not in his own arena of ideas.
Ooh, but neither is Stephen A. Stephen A. kills the away game every time. He goes to Fox News, crushes. He goes to he goes to the the major leagues to Club Random's minor leagues real time.
Stephen A. could be in the hospital with fucking getting like cancer treatments and be like, now here's the thing about chemo.
Yeah.
Chemo is actually splendiferous. If you take a look
splendiferous. He's kind of got like a Jackie Childs from Seinfeld comedy thing going, like splendiferous, fantastic. I love it.
I think this is worth hearing one more time. Look at Dr. Phil's nervous.
He doesn't move us.
He's under indexing.
You better not move nothing in my butt.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a black guy hearing him say that and be like, "Shit, that motherfucker walk in the room. I'm moving out of that room. Gay motherfucker.
I ain't playing no hide and go seek with no gay ass." He also said it in a way that was like, well, that's like he's basically saying black guys won't vote for him because he's gay, but he makes it sound like when I was watching, I was like, that's completely reasonable. Look at that. I mean, that's on Pete. That's Pete's fault.
Anything you click in this is like gold,
dude. I bang Maher gang. This is just. I need to watch this. I need to watch this fucking full episode.
Look at this one.
What? This black man is out indexing me.
By the way, we have our first Phil sip.
Oh,
Phil sip.
We gotta hear this one more time.
Man, I gotta watch it. I cannot wait.
Indexing a little bit with black voters, yeah.
A little.
Why are you playing with your hands, Phil? He gets nervous when he says black.
Right. Wow, that's funny.
Nervous. I think he's nervous.
Dr. Phil,
his purview is like scolding teenagers or whatever he does. He used to just like having disobedient children and being like, why? Oh, you need to obey your mother.
God damn it, Bobby.
Yeah, so he's being brought in here to talk about politics, and he's just like, this is not his element. His element.
But you know what? Doesn't that make you appreciate Stephen A., who also has no job in politics at all?
Yes, Stephen A. is just brazenly confident, and he has developed the skill set of like being able to handle any environment.
Yeah.
He's a true warrior. Dr. Phil is a specialist. He's
that's true. Right.
Like if you're playing like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever, Dr. Phil's like some kind of sorcerer or something. He's good at one thing.
Well, I heard specialists get paid more than regular doctors, so that's probably
it is true. Yeah, but Stephen A. is more of like a rogue or some kind of barbarian where he could just go smashing into any fucking conflict, swinging swords around. I guess I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but that's the metaphor I went with.
Stephen A. walks in your house when you're arguing with your wife. He's like, "Somebody arguing in here. I'm gonna argue with y'all. I'm in the middle of this argument.
Can a brother argue?"
That would actually be a great show for him, like the marriage ref, but with Stephen A. Smith as the ref.
Now you are both divorced, and I will be living in your house. You guys have to leave.
He's under indexing a little bit with black voters, yeah.
A little. What is that all about?
He doesn't move us. I respect the man. I've interviewed him before.
That's like George Jefferson sitcom.
Oh yeah, yes, delivery,
dude. It's like Red Fox. Honestly, it's like it's like. You don't move us, son.
What's really funny is like what he's saying is that like we don't go for that gay shit, but he says this so like cattily and queenily. He's like, he doesn't move us.
Yeah, he might as well say sis at the end.
Like he's being such a queen as he's saying this. But that's the thing about black guys is they be doing gay shit all the time while hating gay shit. Like they behave gay.
But I mean, it's just like Trump acting like a fucking gay, like, ew, gross.
Yeah,
like he's very feminine.
The same way, Trump is like the gayest straight man.
You see that clip going around of him on like morning TV, and Trump is so good at it.
Yeah. That's what that was the thing. That was what Trump was supposed to do.
I know. Yeah, it's like. I wish I was in the reality where he was still doing that.
Yeah, the good timeline is Trump is at red carpet events or doing some like morning gossip show.
Yeah, just queening out, going to go see Broadway and tweeting about like the terrible production.
Yeah,
the only music I think he only listens to show tunes. I swear to God. Like,
well, dude, have you seen those pictures of like when he was a protege, an apprentice of Roy Cohn?
Yeah,
he was doing some gay shit. Like, dude, there's like photos of him with Roy Cohn where Trump is done up in like, some kind of like dressed like a woman or something.
And he used to say, "Where's my Roy Cohn? Where's my Roy?"
Yeah, he's like doing drag or something, just hanging out with Roy Cohn. So it's like,
I think if you're born really rich, you could just act gay. Honestly,
it is gay to be rich.
I think like Nick Kroll kind of
has
to
be
like,
rich.
It's gay to be rich.
It's got to suck so bad to be broke and gay.
Adam Ray, broken gay
guy.
I don't know if I've ever met
Oh my god, yeah. There's so many. There's a broke gay guys do kind of seem like they have a good time. I'm not gonna lie. In major cities,
being a broke gay guy is like being a broke girl,
guy.
because like either way, it's like you can just go suck a dick. Like
Yeah.
there's no way to be broke as a gay guy or a woman.
You can still have regular sex also as a broke gay man, and you can just rollerblade. Like the Mulaney joke about is like, I am homeless, I am gay, I have AIDS, I'm new in town. You gonna close with new in town?
to put a button on the Stephen A thing, I just realized too, like the amount of confidence and balls that you have to have as a man to hear the information that 0% of your race has identified with this man, and you're like, I'll speak for all of us.
Yeah,
and he goes, he doesn't move us, and it's like, oh, so you talk to every black person?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, he was acting as like the guy from the black people meeting, like that joke, or when Peter had the King of the Black People sash on.
They respected me.
They respected me for saying it.
That's one of my faves of all time.
Oh, speaking of which, I was watching Peter on Bill Maher, and I couldn't believe who showed up.
I think in a way, it's apples and oranges. One is more evil.
Anyway. I was like, this is just my head. This is just my brain at all times. This is that Trump clip, by the way, which is pretty goated also.
Love him that much?
Absolutely.
Can you live without him?
No, I cannot.
Because, if he has that now in the back of his mind, that could be trouble.
Oh,
it's only going to
For
get
the
worse.
future, I'm saying.
How long have you been with?
12 years.
And how old are you?
32.
And why boyfriend? He's not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's another show.
Well, here's what I would suggest. You tell him that you're working late, and he better not, to prove his point, try to roll up at the job and do something embarrassing like, where is she, or cruise the parking lot.
Okay.
If he can't take your word for it, then you know what? After 12 years, maybe this is not the guy for you. And if we have to have another show on why it is you want to get married and he hasn't married you, then maybe they need to break up.
And you know what? I'm looking at you. You will have no trouble getting guys.
Oh my God.
Dude, I miss that Trump so much.
It wasn't too long ago. Everybody loved him. He was like American.
No, he was always kind of everyone, he was a guy you love to hate, kind of. Like, I found everyone that has that Onion article thing going around, and I found one that I remembered from 2013 that was like, it was an article by Donald Trump where it was like, if you're ever feeling down, just remember that I'll be dead in like 15 or 20 years. It's from like 2013. Yeah,
but it's like
he got booed at the WWE. Like he got booed in the real way when he got like inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I think New Yorkers hated him, but I think the country kind of was endeared to him.
Yeah,
he was like a Kanye, like pre or a Kardashian or something.
He certainly did not draw the ire of so many people. Like, he was like an entertainer, so like
he was a fun, entertaining guy. He was like a fun tabloid guy, basically.
Yeah, he was just like a guy, he was an entertainer. Like, he just would go on TV. And
I think politics, to your guys' point earlier about politics, like, I think politics might sap away, like, even if you have humanity, when you go into politics like that, unless you're like doing everything that you really believe in, like, I guess Bernie or something, like, it saps away your, like, because the version of Trump now, like, I saw some humanity in that Donald Trump, and like, he talked like a human, even though he's like a little cartoony. And like, the new Trump is like very like, he's like, I don't know. It's like,
because he's such an egomaniac that he's like genuinely hated by so many people now, and I guess maybe he just can't handle it. Like,
I think he's almost done. I think he's almost checked out mentally. He's like super old, and people apparently close to him are saying he's like fucking, like, he doesn't even know really what's going on anymore. He's just in like business PR mode of like, everything we're doing is great.
I never understood why he even wanted to be president again. It's like, he should
to avoid the legal trouble. And it worked. It worked. He avoided all the legal trouble.
Yeah, now that's what it turns out it is, because before that you figured like, well, I guess the only reason, I'm not saying anybody, like, some people figured this, I'm not saying I did, but it's like, I get like they shot at him. The only way that this guy would want to be president is if he actually wanted to, and again, ego driven, be the one that took down like the deep state. Like people thought that he was going to do, but then it turns out switcheroo. Oh, it was just because he was a pedophile.
No, he is
yeah. You know what? He probably was like, all right, I got to get my fucking hands on this Epstein shit before I die.
I think
let me try and make another run for it.
It's more likely that he's like a tool of the deep state. He may not even be aware of it, but it seems like more and more that the plan is, and so far it's been a success for them. Like get him elected as the president, JD Vance as VP, and then set the stage to.
Oh shit!
Hello?
What just happened?
I don't know. That was crazy.
We just bounced around there for a second.
We were just having a little fun, dude. Just playing a little.
Yeah, we were having fun with the format.
We started talking about the deep state, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, but it seems like what they actually want, like it's like the Bene Gesserit, where it's like our plans are measured in centuries. They're wanting JD Vance to be president.
It is nice how quickly people kind of have realized it this time.
I kind of suspected it when he announced that JD Vance was going to be his running mate, because I was like, well, who the fuck even knows who JD Vance is?
I thought he just picked JD Vance because he's young and just to emphasize like how
I was like peripherally aware of because I remember when his book came out and then they did that shit Ron Howard.
Oh yeah, the Ron Howard movie.
And I was like aware of like his background as being like a
this is the story of a politician who went home and the family
like a fifth apprentice to Peter Thiel and maybe McKinsey Consulting. I don't know. His whole fucking resume is just being groomed by the most evil entities on the planet.
Vance.
Yeah. Because I was kind of aware of that, and I was like, when Trump announced that it was going to be Vance, I was like, I don't even know if Trump knows who Vance is. I think this was like a decision. Somebody got in Trump's ear and told him you're going to be your running mate.
Barron.
Yeah, because it was like it was Barron. Yeah, Barron was like,
father. I do like those memes right-wing guys make of
I
Barron being behind like every cool thing Trump has done. Like
because I think most of the country probably was not really aware of Vance as a politician. If they were aware of him at all. I mean, I was mostly familiar with the book and the movie, but they all just kind of seemed very fishy to me when he even announced it. I was like, JD Vance.
Yeah, the guy who was railing against Trump in his first.
Yeah, he said Trump was. He said Trump was Hitler. Like he straight up said that. Like everyone's like, oh wow, oh yeah, everyone just calls Trump Hitler, huh? It's like including his VP. At one point.
I mean, everything's just insane now. Like there is no objective. Maybe there never was. There's no objective reality anymore, and I guess it is like what Trump said. What Trump says in the movie, or Sebastian Stan as Trump, that the truth is just whatever you.
It's me, Donald Trump. Roy Cohn, you have gay sex. Aren't you embarrassed?
Wait, Sebastian Stan?
Yeah.
Tears gone cold. I'm wondering
why. wait. Sebastian Stan? Cartman, you're so mean to Kyle all the time. What are you doing?
Beer fodder. I wrote you and you're still ain't cold.
Dear fodder, aren't you embarrassed?
Yeah, and he's like, what's the part in the song? He's like, we waited in the hours for the blistering cold, and you just said no. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, the Vance guy is like one of the biggest fucking phonies of all time, and it looks like they're gearing up for him to be the main nominee in 2028, and I hope there enough time goes by and his mask slips enough where a lot of the right realizes, oh, this guy is like possibly the end of the world.
Yeah.
No, the right.
They actually did ask Trump, like, do you see Vance as your successor? And he's like, no, not really. Like, completely threw him under the bus. Like he was like, I don't actually like him that much. He's weird.
Both sides are kind of the same. So I mean, left or right, the one thing that both sides are incapable of doing is ever doubting themselves or admitting when they're wrong. So
dude, that's
probably just fucking double down.
The Democrats doubled down since 2016 on their fucking losing strategy. It's bizarre to me that they ran the Hillary playbook again, like this election. I'm like, all right, you guys won in 2020 barely, but that was like almost a freak event. So you just decided that, oh, we were actually right in 2016 and we don't actually have to do anything. Actually, like the one silver lining of this Trump presidency is that it made the Democrats kind of actually be like, okay, fuck. Like we suck pretty bad, and everyone hates us.
Even do the exact same shit next election. They ain't gonna fucking learn. They're not gonna actually learn any lesson. Because I honestly, I think.
I mean, it's just crazy they lost young men and minority. Like losing minorities. That's the one that's actually going to sting because so much of the Democratic Party is just trying to pander to minorities, and they just think minorities will vote for them no matter what and stuff. But it's honestly because it was such a gender divide. They got kind of smacked in the face. It's like, yeah, you guys like can't just ignore men and think men are like not worth trying to get the vote.
Ignore man.
Ignore man. And the duck fell out of his bag.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever. We don't have to keep talking about it. Stephen A. Smith is much. If you want to know more about this stuff, you should listen to Stephen A.
Yeah, I think. I just think when it comes to Vance, like there's been a lot of not even progress, but more noticing. I would say of the hold that Israel has on our government, and if they elect Vance, it's more of the neocon ideology continuing.
Yeah, he seems like he's kind of a war. I don't know. I mean, it's just I do love just that clip of him being on fucking Theo Von going.
And the Palantir
we do need to, but for real, we've been joking around a lot. We are gonna release that list, by the way. I just love that fucking clip is going around because it's so like.
You know that expression where it's the purpose of the system is what it does. So it's like if the Democrats keep like dropping the ball seemingly and doing things that like embolden the Republican Party and allow these things to happen, it's like, well, at a certain point, it's like, okay, well, that's that's like just the purpose of the Democrats then are to buttress the Republican Party.
But like, isn't
like they're like either they're in incompetence or their culpability, if that's the case, just makes them complicit in all of this. So it's like that's why I don't believe that there's like even both sides truly are the same, because really the two sides are all of us that are.
It's a big club and you ain't in it.
Dude, you preach, brother.
I think that's a Carlin thing, right?
It is, yeah. But I mean, it's true. It's like, yeah, there's
spooks, Spicks.
There's the ruling class, and then there's all of us, and that's really.
Oh yeah, the billionaire.
The thing that sucks is like so many people are so fucking like tribal or just stupid that they'll look at Trump and then do things against their own best interests. Like, have you seen that? Like, there's entire zip codes that voted in a way that just completely fucked up their towns, where they're like, why are the hospitals closing? Like, you voted for it. You voted for your hospitals to not be able to make money. So, like, I
don't get why they're like. It's funny, like the only time that they're using federal dollars on California is like these ICE raids, and it's like, okay, so the wildfires, you were like trying to like negotiate to even send any aid there. Oh, but the ICE, no problem. Keep sending those fucking trucks to California, who obviously don't fucking want that.
The starting salary to be an ICE agent is like $109,000 a year. And
you see, they got rid of the oh my god, it was like a fucking BioShock poster. They got rid of the age requirement to even be an ICE agent.
And they're like father-son bonding just got to a new level.
Literally, I was like, this is something I would see in BioShock Infinite.
Oh, yeah, it's all very. I think like the initial break for
we were on a break.
I think the initial sort of
and I'm about to break.
Crumbling of the American empire was probably like 9/11. That was like the moment that.
Oh, you say crumble pie?
Yeah, I think 9/11 was like the thing that started to break us, and then you have the 2008 housing crisis and Occupy Wall Street and all that, and then I think the pandemic finally just like is what sunk this country. I think like
right.
Out of the pandemic where we are now, everybody's just fucking crazy. And
yeah, it was like our legs were already broken in the middle of the street, and the pandemic was just like a truck that ran everyone. You know what I mean? Like it was like we were barely even fucking.
Now I've seen some talk of like.
Did you see Eddington yet, Dalton? By the way,
I've not seen Eddington yet.
Ed and Eddington.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see just a cartoon that's silly and funny and not trying to teach me anything.
Eddington, I think you should check out.
I do need to see. I got to find where I can go see it. But
is it not a wide? I thought. Oh, maybe it's not a wide
release. No.
I heard the movie you're in. I heard the movie that you're in is a wide release, though.
Pete Buttigieg is a wide release when he spreads his butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Or his husband's penis.
Oh, I got some nice feedback on this. They said that they liked my Stephen A. impression on, but I haven't gotten cast. I don't know why they asked me for it. Maybe just like in case.
Stern?
Yeah.
It looks like Stern they're stripping the copper out of the fucking studio.
Yeah, maybe they were gonna do the sketch and like maybe there was some sort of like budget cut or something.
Yeah, and when you say stripping the copper, that just means collecting all the pennies that were hidden in the studio.
Yeah, I guess Stern is
Mr. Jones and Anthony counting coins.
Why? I don't even understand.
Mr. Ope and Anthony.
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 the infrastructure that we have.
Mr. Ope Anthony.
But with the infrastructure we have now,
I'm glad you like that crack.
You have the internet now being what it is, where it's like, how does the internet work? It's like a bunch of tubes in the ocean or something.
It's a series of tubes.
It's a series of tubes and wires that where it's
like Mario rules, where like it's like a pipe that goes like another world.
It's pipes and tubes and
I have a narrow cloaca.
Yeah, and wires and stuff like that. So I don't really even understand the I guess like why you would need, as far as Stern is concerned, like why would you need to to send things into space anymore for anyone to be able to do broadcasting?
Oh, you know why they do that? It's because a lot of their a lot of people who have Sirius are truckers, and a lot of times when you're a trucker, you're in areas with very little cell phone service, but a satellite you can get.
I guess that makes sense.
Just the song "Satellite" by Dave Matthews.
But even now,
yeah. No matter how much service you get, you can always get the song "Satellite" by Dave Matthews.
But I guess even now, the internet itself can be transmitted via satellite. Like you got like Starlink and stuff. So like the Sirius satellites seem superfluous at this point. Like
what alliteration?
That's that fucking $80,000 English degree I paid for.
The Sirius satellite theme's the purplish.
I kind of think satellite is still like my phone actually was like there was something about like if I
don't know what is the business model for Sirius though. It's like you have the Howard Stern channel and then
it's like literally for truckers.
Pearl Jam radio. Like
hey, Grateful Dead, don't knock some of those are good. I like the Grateful Dead station because that makes sense to have a radio station because all their songs are like 20 minutes long and there's infinity of them. I think
like the cool thing.
It's literally just for truckers to have on as they do like insane drives. That really is it. And it's like the Howard Stern Patreon, basically. It's like that's
Sirius had actual DJs that were like showing doing like new music or doing things where they could help you
they
free
still have
you from the burden of choice, where you don't have to like go seek out music for yourself, where they're like, we got some cool new shit for you to listen to.
They still do
like
that,
most of Sirius is just like fucking classic rock hits, where I'm like, well, why the fuck would I pay for this?
No, they have a ton of shit. I mean, I don't want to shill for Sirius, but they do have it's in my dad's car. They have a lot of variety. They do have a lot of variety. The problem is now, though, is that the DJs are just all like they just work remote, like they don't go into the building anymore, which was fun.
Yeah, well, you don't. Yeah, I mean,
plus they're paying Big J and Bobby.
Fucking New York real estate, New York rent for any of this shit. I can only imagine the Howard Stern show is just fucking hemorrhaging money for no reason, and the show sucks. It's not even good anymore.
I think it's a really funny show. I still really like Howard. I think his interviews are fantastic.
Or it has the potential to be funny, depending on whether or not Robbie's bits get on there.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, you can't. Please, you can't. And even if you can, please don't knock the impression segments because those are pretty.
Please don't be mean to serious. Please be serious.
Please don't be mean to an opportunity. I might have. I have, as George Costanza said, I have so little, but I am authentically like I actually told the writer I modeled my Stephen A impression kind of on Stephen A's interview on Howard, which is fantastic because he's like goes crazy over Taylor Swift. He's like, Howard, I was there with my daughter and there were so many girls, Howard, and they all black, white, Latina, everything. They all love Taylor.
Oh, you missed the best part of that is he names all the races and then he goes, it was a mosaic.
It was a mosaic. Yeah. But I thought it was so funny how his vocal range, like I literally like him like
what kind of wife does Stephen A have? I'm curious. I never thought about that.
An auntie for sure. It's fun. I did not know that he had a daughter. I had literally no idea.
He's a girl dad.
He's had his nephew on so many times, but barely acknowledges his daughter. Yeah, but he loves having his fucking nephew on.
Don't call me daughter.
Oh, this is the AI overview, which you can never actually trust.
Oh, I hate that shit, dude.
Stephen A. Smith has stated that he has never been married. He recently confirmed having a special lady in his life on the Howard Stern show. Though he didn't reveal her name, he expressed his desire to be married someday. But he has 2 daughters, Samantha and Nyla, whom he raises as a single father.
Fuck, how about Louis Steve A? And he's like, I have 2 daughters, 2 daughters.
Who's this fucking? Hate my fucking 2 daughters.
All right, so fucking. All right, so we got LeBron James versus fucking Mutu.
What about Timothy Steve A? And he's like, well, over here you have white people. Over here you have the blacks. Now I have a bomb.
How about Stephen CKY Smith? And he's like, da 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 da. But on the other hand, you have da 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 da.
And then the verse is just him going, and LeBron is my good friend. I had dinner with him too.
I met his children. They're very nice to me. But I have to say that he's a scrub and he will never win again. But he's my best friend and I love him and I hope to see him again. Da, 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 da.
that would be the perfect send off for
that's actually correct. That was smart because those lyrics are in his vocal range of the impression. It's like right there.
The perfect
my hotel was not very nice. It's in Oklahoma City. Don't make me go back. I pray to God the Knicks will win again. I won't have to travel anywhere or even watch any of the games. Da, 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 da.
I think the perfect send off for the WTF podcast would be if Marin had one last reunion with Louis C.K.
That'd make me happy.
That'd be great if they could just sit down together and be like, man, it's been some crazy times, haven't it? And
yeah,
we both done so much.
Yeah. In my it's so funny that actually that bit that I did I uploaded it. So many people on YouTube, like a lot of people liked it, and I got really nice, some kind feedback. But like on YouTube, it really like so many commenters are really do not like it.
People on the internet are they're mean, and
it is just funny how divisive I am to like it must be something about me. Like I can't like blame anyone fan base.
I don't think anyone. This goes back to like everybody's crazy and stupid now after everything. I don't think anyone's even like taking the time to pay attention to anything anyone's saying or what's actually being presented to them. I think everybody is so accustomed to I guess like the culture war or just like being reactionary
or just being a psycho online.
And if you're doing something that just on its surface initially appears to them like it's woke or libtarded or furthering the narrative that they don't like, they don't even they're not even like paying attention to what's happening. They're just like, oh, this is some more woke bullshit. It's like I don't even think you're even thinking about what you're saying.
Yeah. Can we watch this 3 minutes of this Maher autopsy thing? Because I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty interesting the way he breaks down.
Yeah, yes. Someone on Reddit posted, "I'm so incredibly grateful I lived in a world that included
anyway.
Marvel. I led Bill Maher to raise the subject again, this time on TV." Right. 2019, Ed quite mad about this one. There were many upset people.
So Stan Lee died, and Bill Maher was like, "Who cares?" or whatever. People.
I don't see any video.
Oh, really?
Is it showing up for you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Many tweets, many articles about this subject. So many articles. Eventually, the outcry led Bill Maher to raise the subject again, this time on TV. In a 2019 editorial segment called Grow Up, Maher responds to his haters, and it's really something.
Bragging that you're all about the Marvel Universe is like boasting that your mother still pins your mittens to your sleeves.
Obviously very stupid. For one thing, I genuinely don't understand why Maher would care about this at all. I'm not huge into Stan Lee's comics, so I can't speak authoritatively on the subject, but even accepting that they were traditionally written for children, I don't think it's stupid to enjoy and sentimentalize them. I love Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and The Wizard of Oz and old Disney films, movies that are very much aimed at being fun for a child audience, and I don't think that makes me like immature or stunted or whatever. Media for kids is good sometimes. Obviously.
Spookly, watch your webs and you'll see Halloween is fun for pumpkin.
But also, the blog post and editorial segment are simply very mean, needlessly mean. Stan Lee, a legend in his industry, had just died, and even if you believe his work should be read exclusively by children, that doesn't mean you have to spit on his legacy. Deep mourning for a man who inspired millions to, I don't know, watch a movie. This was a person and an artist, and he's dead. It's genuinely very rude. But here's the thing. I have to make a bit of a confession here. This shit just inexplicably makes me laugh. Bill Maher is acting like such a condescending asshole, and about an issue so minor, so stupid, so likely to make everybody mad, that it just kind of puts a smile on my face.
And by the way, if someone says you're being childish and you react by throwing a tantrum, you're not Iron Man.
You're Iron. That's so true.
I don't know if
you're Iron Man.
Laughing with Bill or at him. I suspect it's a combination of the two. But I crack up when Maher says,
"I'm not glad Stan Lee is dead. I'm sad you're alive."
I like this part where Maher talks about Marvel and racism.
Other people tweeted things like, "I learned about social justice and racial tolerance by reading comic books." Okay, but now you have pubic hair.
Okay.
Read James Baldwin. Read Toni Morrison. Read Michael Eric Dyson.
It's dumb, but it's kind of iconic, right? You learned about racism from the Hulk. Okay, well, I learned about it from Malcolm X, so fuck off. Also, when I first saw it, I laughed weirdly hard at this Yogi Bear joke.
Until I saw that 40,000 Twitter followers unfollowed me like that. To which I say, good riddance, follow Yogi Bear.
It's such a cheesy line, and Maher delivers it with so much confidence and pride that...
I know, it's so funny.
He's such a classic man.
It just reminded me of Crack kind of nailing the appeal of it weirdly. It's he is just such a dickhead. You know?
He's just such the pinnacle of the boomer liberal.
Boomer libs.
Whoa, dude. That's very good. He's a boomer lib, but he's the most idealized version of that.
It is just funny that there's just something wrong with him where in every episode of Club Random, the guests never have a good time, and he always picks a fight with them, like no matter where they are on the spectrum, no matter who they are. And it's just like shit like, go follow Yogi Bear. It's just like, what?
Yeah, I've met guys like that before where they're just like naturally
Oh, you like the Hulk? I like James Baldwin.
Yeah, just like this some
just talking to the camera, just shitting on all these people who are sad about Stan Lee dying is it's so unnecessary. But it's like it's kind of like what Ari Shaffir did with Kobe, but it's more like there's more artistry to it. Like it makes more sense to me.
He makes a good point that it's like, yeah, you shouldn't read X-Men to try and better understand the human condition.
If you're a kid, I get. I mean, like
if you're a child, yeah, it's
it's probably good for children to like.
Yeah,
it's a good way for kids to learn about it.
When you got adults being like, did you read the fucking Joss Whedon X-Men? And it's like,
oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, no,
not
really.
People got jobs off of like why the Hulk is a feminist, like in like that early 2010s to like 2016, like that era of like just that bizarre nerd like love of their fictional characters having good politics.
Yeah,
stuff.
I've read comic books as an adult, but it wasn't. There was never a moment where I thought like this is enriching me in the same way as like a fucking book.
They're just fun to read. They're fun to read. They're fun to read. Some of them are really good stories. Alan Moore is great, and some of them have substance.
Yeah, but at least Alan Moore.
It is baby brain to be like.
At least Alan Moore has gone on record to say you all need to grow up. These are for children.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking Macklemore. My bad.
Right.
I'm gonna write some comics. This is fucking Spider-Man. This is fucking Swamp Thing. That's Macklemore.
On some real shit, the Alan Moore Swamp Thing is very good. It is good. It's great.
I've heard it's very good.
I got all of them, dude. I got all
my favorite comic guy growing up was Frank Miller, who's like a fascist. You know what I mean?
Frank Miller's insane. Yeah, I mean,
but I was like, I didn't need Batman to have good In fact, it was kind of more fun that Batman was like a bad guy. Yeah, but Frank Miller was writing him like, this is awesome.
Dude, late career Frank Miller is awesome, dude. He did this one called All-Star Batman and Robin, where it's like the gritty, edgy Batman, similar like Dark Knight Returns, but it's different. And the artwork is great, and it's Jim Lee drew it. But
I'm gonna get back into reading comics, I think, because
basically Batman abducts Robin. Like it's not like he takes him under his wing. He kind of like
his Nightwing.
He kind of abducts a child, and Robin's like, "Who are you?" And he goes, he has that famous.
Oh, are you retarded? No. I'm the Batman.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the goddamn Batman.
It says, "What are you retarded?" Which is awesome.
And the Joker has this is the same girlfriend he had in Dark Knight Returns, Bruno, where it's like a big it's a big like death by snoo lady with not swastikas on her titties, dude. It's awesome.
That sounds great. I didn't know that was Frank Miller. I got to
yeah. Yeah, it's insane. It's definitely like right wing Batman, like
it's like
I guess I don't know what fascist means anymore. It's become such a buzzword that I'm reluctant to even say that word because I don't really know what people are talking about.
Yeah, I was trying to be comedic by calling Frank Miller fascist. That Holy Terror book was a little fascist, I will say.
Even when Mark Maron, that bit he did, which I agree with, but it belies his point, like what he's doing when he goes, we annoyed the American people into fascism or whatever. It's like you're still hitting the buzzword that's going to turn people off of this.
I think it's just funny to say fat. I mean, it's not funny if you say we annoyed people into being right wing. It's funny to say fascism, and it's just funny to say it's like annoy people into fascism is funny because it's like,
I guess it is funny.
It's like you're so rude that we've been so rude that they voted for Hitler. Like it's like that kind of bit.
It is funny. I know that.
And that bit I posted it. And it got retweeted by like a lot of like libertarian accounts and stuff. So I think that like people on the other side actually like, because he's making fun of liberals at the end of the day.
I just know that when all the howling mutants see that bit, that they're just gonna.
Oh, but those people are fucking idiot fascists, though.
They are stupid and definitely fascist.
I think it's like, there's people on like Dave Wrong, even Dave Wrong the stinker thought it was a good bit, and it's like, if you're like, I think if you're not, because it was funny, the one guy was like, fascism, you mean normal? I'm like, I don't think you even know what point you're making here, dude.
I don't even know if anybody. Just words don't even. I don't think words have meaning anymore.
That's why I'm getting really into color. I'm getting into colors and shapes again, I think.
Yeah, well, I'm getting really into colors and shapes.
Yeah, I'm enjoying.
I'm trying to get off words. I'm trying to just focus on colors.
I'm done with words. I'm a color and I'm just.
Dog, I tell you what, I haven't watched that special yet, but that one clip I saw was definitely
Tedrick.
That was Tedrick core.
He's always been like that. To Mark's defense, though, but I remember back in the day. I'm such an old listener. I remember he was like an original before it was cool. He was like, when they were passing Obamacare, he was like pissed off. He's like, all I fucking wanted was single payer, man. So they can't even fucking do that. You do fucking single payer. Thanks a lot, fucking Obama.
I mean, to Marin's credit, I was saying this last night. I was like, over his entire career, from what I've seen, he's been pretty consistent. Like, he's not he is not one of these like opportunistic people who, as they became successful, started to adjust who they are to their new place in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like, he's always been very seemingly bitter and salty and angry, and holds a lot of the same principles he had like 15, 20 years ago. Which is refreshing to see him go on this tear now on these all these podcasts.
It's like, it's kind of nice because he hasn't done that circuit before, and this is like the first time he's done this circuit. He's like using it to like,
I still think that I always thought like he wasn't doing it because he doesn't respect any of these people, and I still think he does not respect them. But
no, it reminds me of like when Louis went on this podcast, this exact.
Yeah, I think this is Marion's like penance tour, where he's the one who started all this. Like, it's his fault that podcasting became what it did. So now he's at least going around trying to atone for what he's done by letting everyone know that what you do sucks. You made the world a worse place, and it is kind of my fault.
I do think he is also friends with a lot of those Comedy Store guys and stuff. Because like here's what I also like about Marin is he's not a pure alt or woke comic, and he was never a pure club or anti-woke Rogan comic. He like kind of just made a lot of friends and enemies of individual people all over comedy, and I kind of relate to that.
Yeah. I like him. I don't.
It's funny though, because my impression. I mean, I forget kind of how mean I get when I do some impressions, because my Marin, I was like, whoa, dude, I seem like I have such a problem with him, but I'm actually a big fan in my Marin impression. But I got a lot of people being like, in my comments, being like, I actually got a call from a Rogan Sphere person who was really nice and was like, that was fucking great, man. I didn't have the heart to tell him like, I kind of like what he's up to, but
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people in my comments think I'm like trying to take down Marin or whatever. But it's just so much funnier to be really mean when you do an impression, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, that's almost where the issue lies. It's like, now that he's this type of figure, it's like if you're doing an impression of him, people are immediately trying to figure out, well, is he laughing with him, or is he making fun of him, or is he just trying to be funny? But he likes Mark Maron,
I'll say, I mean this sincerely.
What's crazy? It was such a prescient fucking not to like suck myself off, because I had no idea.
You're not,
because it's basically like
yeah, if you could do that, you wouldn't be here right now.
It's Marin interviewing the Joker, and the Joker quote unquote kills him because he's like, who are your guys? He's like, you want to know who my guys are, Mark? I'll tell you who my fucking guys are. And he like shoots him with a gun, and but then a flag comes out that says Joe Rogan, which is like, I was just a random thing, but it's like actually hits way harder right now, which is Troy was like, I thought you made that Also, I have a Trump joke in there. Like, I go, if I want to see a clown terrorize America, I'd watch the news.
That's good, yeah.
And that's it's relevant, I guess, again, because Trump
Wait,
is back.
what is this from?
I just uploaded it on my
Treat.
YouTube. I did this sketch on Mark Norman's Stick or Treat thing where
when Mark Norman was not as successful as he is now, and he would lowered himself.
He was still pretty successful at that time, but yeah, that's why I was Norman did that show way longer than you'd think he would. But I was always grateful for it because I was a great showcase for me. I basically did Adam Ray doing Dr. Phil, but I was Mark Maron.
Well, I mean this sincerely. I love the show Stick. So
he's a great actor.
You're never gonna.
And I like that girls are horny for Maron because he's like old. I'm like,
it gives us a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, well, at least maybe I can.
Maybe I'll get to be one of these guys in their 50s who still has sex with girls in their 20s.
Well, because he was ugly when he was my age, Maron.
He definitely aged really well. Like he aged into being like, sexy. Whereas like, yeah, if you watch him Conan like 30 years ago, he was not attractive.
Yeah, him and Louis. Man, Maron was so funny on Conan. Apparently, I was watching. He went on the Conan podcast too, and apparently he was just like always the last second fill-in guy because Conan just really liked him or whatever. And apparently, like almost every time he would do a joke and it was bomb, but then he'd get a big laugh, just going like, "Ah, fuck!" like audibly, like on the panel.
Oh, he hit him with the Papazian. He hit him.
Yeah, he did the Papazian. Exactly.
Dude, he gave him the Papazian.
And Conan was like, and you would win them back just by vocalizing like, "God damn it, fuck."
That shit's always that shit is always hilarious. Like when someone
if it's authentic, because I've seen people
like
try
when
to.
the wind goes
Oh,
out
you
of
guys didn't like that
someone's
one, did you? You know.
No, not that, but yeah, like when the wind genuinely just goes out of someone's sails and they just start like lamenting, like sincerely.
Yeah,
it's always funny when they're like, "Fuck, dude, what am I doing with my life?"
Yeah, dude, yeah, because it's such a real, it's kind of a relatable emotion. It's like, oh, this isn't going well. it's very funny.
It's also a weird like line to walk too, because it's like there's almost nothing funnier than a skilled comedian that should be doing well and is funny, and the audience just doesn't like him, and then him just setting that audience on fire.
Yeah.
But it's also maybe the most cringe thing in the world when someone isn't funny and they think they're being shocking and they think that's why the audience isn't laughing, but really they're just not funny, and they're like, oh, is that too far for everybody? It's like, no, bro,
maybe a little too smart for you.
That is now more than ever. There's so many of those kinds of comics at open mics and even bar shows and stuff. Like it's a lot of guys trying to be Andrew Schultz or Shane, and they think it's because their jokes are edgy.
Now that I'm like older,
comedy.
You got to just be more comfortable bombing. But it is funny. The only way it is funny if you get mad is if like you're getting mad at yourself because it's not going well. Like you said, like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Or if it's just like you just see someone's life choices flash. I saw this actually. It was actually a comic that I do like, but he wasn't doing super well. And he just kept and he said this like 3 times. He was like, if you didn't like that one, it's gonna get a lot worse. So buckle up. Like I do not like that move at all. I think it's like just let it get worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he also said it 3 times, so it was like it felt like he was kind of like it felt like what you were saying, where it was like, no, they're not laughing because they're offended or whatever, or maybe they were. I don't know. It was a Bay Area comic, so maybe they're just more used to a touchier crowd out there. But in New York, it feels like I've rarely see a crowd get like truly offended at stuff in New York. Unless you make fun of a girl at New York Comedy Club, then they get upset. But that's it.
Well, they deserve to be made fun of.
New York Comedy Club, for whatever reason, every single crowd there is so pro girl. It's crazy.
Well, I've softened as I've gotten older. Like,
well, you've never really been hard.
Never been hard, but I went through my edgelord shit all through my 20s, and then that's what's like so strange to me now that I have like more perspective. Like now I'm older, I'm like these guys who are like, you know, over 40 who are still doing like edgelord, like middle school edgelord stuff. I'm always just like, who is this? Or you're playing to like teenage sensibilities. Like
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I still like edgy stuff.
I love edgy comedy. It's like Cumtown is like my favorite podcast of all time. I still really like edgy comedy, and there's always going to be a place for it, I think. But the people who,
but the guys who,
like, I got hit up for, I'll tell you guys this off air, but someone pitched me a bit, and the idea is obviously just to upset people, kind of, and like and I'm like, I don't know. I'll talk about it more off.
Well, I just mean the guys who are so committed to, like, I guess, like anti-woke or being edgy and shocking, where it's like, this is my free speech is how they frame it, but it's like they're just hung up on, like,
they need to listen to more Jane's Addiction because nothing's shocking.
Nothing's shocking. It just seems like there's guys who are hung up on this idea of like just basically doing like 4chan.
Well, 4chan favors the bold.
I don't know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like their idea of being creative or being funny is just being shocking.
Mm-hmm.
And there's, it is.
Or a shocking disc jockey.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
That's an old Scott Aukerman move. Someone would say shock jock, and he'd say a shocking disc jockey.
That's great. Honestly, yeah. Aukerman is like a great example of somebody who
he got less fun. He went the other way as these Rogan guys, where he got so much less funny because he got like
I think it was like
they used to. Nick Kroll would go on in character and say the N-word on fucking Comedy Bang
The day
Bang.
Harris Whittles died, Scott Aukerman's sense of humor died.
I felt like comedy died when Harris Whittles died.
That might have been a paradigm shift.
Ted 2 bombed, and then Harris Whittles died, and then comedy had to take a nice long break for a while.
Yeah. I guess it's like I enjoyed the edgelord times, but living in a way where you just like
how about Ted 2 King
trying to push people's buttons, that got to be exhausting, where I was like, yeah, I kind of would like it if people actually liked me.
Some people are good at it, and I think, as I said, edgy comedy does have a place, and it always has.
I think it should always be. There should always be people that are pushing that line.
Yeah,
I think that's how we get to a place that we're in now compared to where we were 10 years ago.
I'm just trying to jingle some keys, dude.
You always want to have people that are pushing that line, and I think you always want to have it as a comedian, something that you're able to do. Like edgy humor, and sometimes it is just the funniest thing to say the N-word in a certain situation. It is, and it's undeniably funny. You just don't want it to be your only. You don't want it to be your only thing.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
the only button that you have to press is shocking.
Cumia then
the N-word.
I think like Cumia in his prime versus Cumia now is like a good example of the difference.
Yeah.
You seem like a one-trick pony. I mean, like, look at us. Not to fuck our own asses here, but we are all we all do like racist comedy and edgy stuff.
I guess we do.
Racial comedy is extremely funny.
And you know what, bro?
But then we also like do like puns. Like it's about a spectrum, and you don't want to like just box yourself into a whole pause.
You know what broke me was that fucking post yesterday from that Christine lady where she was like, anyone who's even kind of good at reading people could infer that Hallie Newton is actually
that was insane.
Probably a really kind person. And I was like, because fucking Hallie Newton's whole fucking thing is just like to upset people. Like
it's like, I don't think you know how to read people.
That's like such a woman thing where they think they're good at reading people. It's like, yeah, that's how you keep getting raped. You think like you have this delusion that you think you understand people on some deeper level than the rest of us.
They read more books, so they think they can.
And it's like, well, then answer me, like, why do you keep finding yourself in situations with men who are abusing you?
It's like, obviously this Ted Bundy guy is just a nice guy who wants to give me a ride.
Yeah, but that shit like just fucked me. I was like,
that's a good point, actually. Yeah, women are like, oh my god, we're so emotionally intelligent, and yet they keep
Dude,
getting fucking killed by serial killers.
They're so stupid that they don't even understand like hotness. Like we look at them and we can tell immediately which ones are hot, which ones are mid, which ones you'd fuck on a rough night where you're not getting any play. Like they don't even have that.
They have like
fuck anybody.
esoteric taste in like that's where guys are always confused because like I genuinely don't know like what women think is attractive.
Dude, I fucking asked that girl out who gave me her number the other night, and I got left on fucking read. What the hell?
I do know that physically, whatever I am is not attractive. That I do know.
Yeah, but it's okay because it's like you don't even have to consider that like they're thinking on the same level you are because as a man, as a logical man, you're thinking, well, this woman would want to be with me because of my appearance, but you have to drop that and just go with confidence because they're stupid, so they might actually like you.
But that whole thread,
Ethan Mead is a very funny comic, but he's fat and he's bald and he's like 24, but he like gets a ton of pussy and girls think he's really cool because he's like
power move, dude.
Hella confident.
Fat and bald at 24. That whole thread fucked me up though. I was reading
Someone
through
roast battled him, and the joke, and it just got a huge laugh, was like, you know something fucked up? Ethan is 24, and the crowd went wild.
That whole thread was fucking my ass. Where they were all talking about Howling Mutant because I'm like, he's just a fucking edgelord. I don't understand. He's an anonymous like I've seen this for the last fucking 20 years of the internet. This kind of guy. Where are you getting any of this shit?
People want to believe it all. You know, it's the same as when people said, "Oh, Tony's a sweetheart." It's like, based on what information are you saying that?
There's like a lot of dudes too. It seems like, and I don't know exactly where they lay politically, and really it doesn't matter. But it's like a lot of people sort of have just like whatever profile pic, and you see them give opinions and you see them make jokes. I don't particularly remember seeing Howling Mutant even make any jokes. It just seems like all opinions. But then you see like Doomer. And it's like you kind of in your head, like you look at Howling Mutant and Doomer and you think they're kind of the same guy because it's kind of the same thing, but you realize one guy's making jokes.
100%.
I've seen when I first found Howling Mutant, it was pure edgelord jokes,
and it was funny.
I thought it was funny. Then when he started getting more political and I guess maybe revealing more of himself, that's when it started to get like not just annoying but kind of concerning because I'm like.
Around the election, it was crazy.
More people than I thought that are on his side with a lot of this crazy shit he's saying. So, like, obviously, like whoever he is, he appears to me as like one of these antisocial, like right wing freaks who has a fucking chip on his shoulder for the 10 years that the libtards were telling him like, hey, maybe cool it with some of the shit, which that shit was annoying. Like, is how
they? So you're saying that the libs might have annoyed people into fascism?
Yeah, dude, that is, it does seem like that's what happened. Is there's so many people who are just still so fucking angry because there was just a lot of years where you would turn on TV and there'd be like a fat black woman.
Well, it was also the shows sucked. Like if they made awesome shows with fat black women, that's fine, but they sucked. It
was a lot of like getting scolded and having like morality imposed upon
the True Detective season 3 or whatever the girl True Detective was
recent. But if you're any,
but that shit was all over movies and TV. Like they rebooted something that people already liked, but replaced it with like a black lady, like stuff that was targeted to guys.
But if you're like any kind of reasonable, like because everything is cyclical, you know, everything happens in cycles, much like when a woman.
I agree. Bicycles are sick.
Period. But it's like, you know, so it's like I knew the entire time that all that shit was happening, and I was like, this is gonna play out, and then something else will happen.
It took way too long.
It took a long time, but it's like
so fucking long.
If you're even in kind of reasonable, you would just be like, oh, that's over, and now like whatever. But dude, there's like a lot of people who genuinely like want blood. They want some like retribution for the libtard years, and it's like, well, you're gonna like, I guess
that's
like
my favorite sitcom.
This country down into you're gonna do things because of your ire towards the libtards. That's gonna like fuck up all of our lives. Now we're owned, we're bought and paid for by Palantir. Now we're under the fucking boot heel of Palantir. because you were told that you can't say retarded.
Well,
Like,
it's all just
crazy to me.
one. It's all just one hand washing the other though. Like it's the same shit was happening when whatever system was in charge was making libs outraged, and then shit was happening to all of us because of how outraged they were. It's all just both sides are the same because it's two halves of a Jew.
I mean, that's what Nick Fuentes said. Pretty much. He's Nick Fuentes. Dude, I know I shouldn't, but I really enjoy watching Nick Fuentes. He is so
that's
funny.
where it gets
He
dangerous, man. Because
so
Nick
funny.
Fuentes is very entertaining. He's also a complete scumbag, fucking evil.
Yeah, he is a psychopath.
Psycho.
But I was like, in another life, he would have been a great like voice actor in adult animation.
What I respect,
so funny.
What I respect a lot, with him a lot more than any other on either side political commentator, is that it does seem a lot of the time like he's shooting from the hip, and he's the first one of these conservative commentators that isn't with the we're all on the same side, brother. Bullshit. Like he's like, no,
he's
fuck
definitely
Charlie
his own
Kirk,
lane.
fuck Tucker, fuck
Yeah.
Candace Owens.
He
Like
told
they're
people to
fucking
vote for
retarded.
Kamala. He straight up was like, vote for Kamala if you're a groiper.
Yeah, that's what I kind
I
of
don't know why, but I'm like,
it seems like regardless of how you feel about him or any of the rest of them, you look at somebody like Tucker, and then you look at somebody like Fuentes, and Fuentes is like, it seems like this is always what he wanted to be from the time that he could do a show.
That's the thing, is like he could have had a career in comedy. I legitimately think that, or maybe I don't know. Like,
and the rest of them wanted a career in comedy, but they couldn't have it because they didn't have the talent for it. That's why they're where they're at. But he just happens to be funny and is very passionate about being a political commentator.
He's like an Alex Jones to me, where it's like I think what he's saying is kind of crazy, but I can't deny the broadcasting talent. And it's like him and Tucker,
that's how fascism creeps in, Robbie.
I know him and Tucker are kind of it's funny they're beefing right now because they kind of do a similar thing where they say crazy shit, but it's like, oh, but look, he's like smiling and he seems like a guy, a nice guy.
He's also definitely joking sometimes.
Tucker definitely comes across as more cynical.
I should say Alex Stein. Alex Stein's a little bit more like Fuentes, where they're like, how could a guy with that winning smile and sunny disposition be anything?
Tucker definitely comes across as more cynical and performative. Like he's
course.
in the pocket. He's in the pocket of somebody. Whereas like Fuentes,
I'm old enough to remember back when he was a cheerleader for the Iraq War, a straight up cheerleader. I remember that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he has never been consistent about anything, and he's
Fuentes
just
is kind of crushing him right now, like absolutely.
Fuentes might still be a Fed. He might, but it's like he definitely appears more organic. But I don't fucking trust anything anymore. I think everybody's like part of some sort of whatever you want to call it, psyop.
Yeah, he did help. I think Fuentes did help pick the track list for Donda too as well. So thanks for that, Nick.
Because the truth is, like, all of it, like all these things that like keep us tribal, like where we're all picking sides or picking our guys, and
who are your guys?
Yeah, we're all just like on these different teams, and my guy is Fuentes, and I'm with Tucker, blah blah blah. It's like, honestly, we should cut off both of those guys' heads because they have more money than us. But yeah, it is like we're all operating laterally when we should be longitudinally looking at the actual ruling class and say, yeah, we got to fucking, that's the actual enemy. Like, we're all on the same side as people who are not billionaires.
Yeah.
And we should all, like, I guess, like, not be so divided in that.
I think that's the thing.
They want to whip us up into a frenzy and get us wound up and hysterical with all these, like, different thought havers and whatever, so that we never are able to actually band together and do some sort of bloody, violent revolution.
So you're saying are you saying they have us fighting a culture war so we don't fight a class war?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Well, I will say
the closest we ever got, dude, we couldn't even get beyond sitting in the fucking park. Occupy Wall Street was like the one fucking time people were like, yeah, well, we're going to actually do something. And they just went and sat in the park, and the ruling class, whatever, we're like, no, you're not.
I'm still doing Occupy Paul Street.
You can't just sit in the park. We're not going to have that. So it's like if we can't even like put up enough of a defense to just sit in the park for a couple weeks, how could we ever dismantle the bourgeoisie, as they say?
Well, look at the surf class in Turkey. Now I know that sounds fun. I know that sounds fun, and I know that sounds delicious.
I would love to take a turkey surf class.
No, it's surf and turf, Robbie.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, look at the turf class in Surf City. What?
Yeah, that sounds really fun and tasty, dude. The surf class in Turkey.
I love that. That bit is so good, Dalton. Now look at the surf class. Now I know that sounds fun.
I will say though about like Fuentes, like when you talk about like whipping people up into a frenzy, and he's definitely, you know, like a self-admitted propagandist. But when you look at a guy like we mentioned earlier who is telling you don't vote for Trump, and he's telling you Charlie Kirk and Tucker Carlson are part of the neocons, like that's kind of, and you look at kind of our perspective and how from the left and a lot on the right are saying that the Israel, you know, the Zionist occupied government is a problem, and left and right agree on that, and he's kind of spearheading that movement. I mean, you got to kind of give him credit there that it's not.
He is a genuine populist. He's not a He's not a propaganda.
Nick Fuentes.
Or what is it? He's not partisan to any.
Like, he's not blartisan.
I mean, I think ultimately he's just kind of like a contrarian, but I do like that he like. I guess I like that he exists because of this Tucker thing. I think it's like.
Oh, he's thrashing him right now.
But he's like, yeah, everyone who like wanted war, or like people who thought like I knew, like I can't believe people thought Trump would be anti-war after he fucking struck Qasem Soleimani, who I loved Qasem Soleimani, and every Christmas I get sad that we don't have him in our lives anymore. This was like back in 2019. I was like, why do people think Trump's gonna turn a new leaf and is suddenly anti-war when he did like a borderline illegal strike on Iran back in 2019? I mean, he pulled it off. It was actually a massive dub for Trump.
Surgical.
Still, yeah.
He's an assassin.
But I'm like, but I don't think this guy is going to be fucking anti-war.
I think the biggest thing with Tucker was him lying, like blatantly lying about how he didn't know that his dad was in the CIA until after he died.
I had no idea. Yeah, okay, dude, sure.
Dude, I think he's the worst as far as the political commentators go, because he's the biggest liar, but he's pretty good. He's not he's not super talented and funny like Fuentes, but he's good enough where if you listen to Tucker for a couple minutes, you'll start getting invested. Like
I think Tucker's super talented. He's really good at making those arguments on television.
All of the faces he makes.
Like he's good at making an argument. I think
you would have thought he would have worked on that laugh by now. That's crazy.
I love him trying to like, but it's like, how did no one
check out Tucker Carlson?
He always seemed like a little Lord Fauntleroy rich kid. That's why it's like so funny that he's like that people actually bought this man of the woods routine that he's trying to pass off on people. It's like this guy's an heir to the fortune of like the TV dinner, I think.
Yeah, I think he's good. Yeah, he's got TV dinner money.
Dad, are we in the CIA? There is no CIA.
Have a kid cuisine.
That's actually what a hilarious Sopranos
Tucker,
moment.
I told you once. I told you 1,000 times. There is no CIA. That's his dad.
It's Uncle Junior.
I think it's weird. I think Tucker just for so long just existed in this world where it's like people were too dumb to check, and everybody that was on his side of things wouldn't check anyway. And then you got a guy like Fuentes coming along that's like he said, the gay nerd in his basement, and Fuentes is like, nope, I'll check everything and I'll find out that you're lying about fucking everything. And now Tucker's fucked. Like,
also, how the fuck are the lib journalists not? How did Fuentes do a better job?
Man, Fuentes did say something recently that I've been saying. He talked about that the new narrative that all these like conservative.
This is a pro Fuentes podcast now.
We love Nick Fuentes here, but
I don't agree with everything he says, but I'll tell you, I like the guy and I listen to him.
But you see this shit lately, like these rich conservative pricks who are like, Now telling
Here's what I tell people. I say, what's wrong with living in Chicago? A ton of people. That was funny too, because Tucker never said anything was wrong with living in Chicago. He just said he's a gay kid in his basement in Chicago.
But
he was like, "Oh, Chicago, where a lot of people live, Tucker." It was like, "Oh, checkmate."
By the way, your
I also
Nick
love that he never
Fuente's
denies
impression
the
is
gay part.
teetering on French Stewart.
He is French Stewart, though.
Dude, yeah.
The answer, of course, is onions.
Yo, but you seen this shit that's been going on the last couple of
I
years?
used to French Stewart, but then she broke up with me.
All right. Damn. God damn, dude.
That was a bar.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I miss being in love.
But they're all trying to tell us now that, like, oh, you got a college degree, you fucking idiot. You should be going to trade
My
school.
name is Nick Fuentes, and I am not a weird gay kid. I'm a normal gay kid.
He would hate
never
that
denied being gay. That was the funniest part.
He might be gay. But
I was saying, like, Tucker, the one thing you don't do, dude, is piss off a weird little gay kid. They're gonna fuck you up, dude. Like a school shooter gay guy.
I will say, even if he is gay, the smart defense in that situation, because think if it was you. Like, if somebody called you gay, you'd be like, there's no way I say, and by the way, I'm not a gay guy, and it looks good.
Yeah, that's
or
true.
like you're not defending yourself.
That's
you
true.
just don't dignify that with a response.
It's like saying there's nothing wrong with having a small penis. It's like you're just gonna look. You gotta just leave that out. You're right. But I do also think Fuentes has got to be gay. He said he was like, if you, I'm a virgin by choice because having sex is gay. It's like
I agree.
I think only
he said a lot of things that I've heard Dalton say before. Sex is actually gay, but
sex is a feminine act.
Look, I think there's a chance. I think if you look at most people like him, you would say, oh, that person's gay. But here's the thing, he's not most people. He's kind of an anomaly, and he might just be weaponized autism in the way that he's like, no, I want to be the perfect Catholic. I will make the decision. I don't care how much I have to suffer mentally. I will not fuck a woman.
I don't know. I think Kanye just surrounded himself with a bunch of gay Nazis, honestly. Milo, Fuentes, like some other guy, I guess.
All the
like,
Nazis are hiding in Argentina. That's over. That's not a thing anymore. This Nazi word.
All right, the far right.
Hold on. I was
closeted far right.
I was trying to say, did you seen this shit lately? Where like
heard about this?
You seen this? You heard about this? Where all these like the sort of upper crust conservative types.
Now that sounds delicious.
They'd be trying to tell. It does sound good. They'd be trying to tell everybody that y'all need to. All you young men, you're foolish for thinking that college is going to work. You should be going to trade schools and becoming welders and plumbers and HVAC. And that kind of shit has been driving me nuts these last couple of years because I'm like, all y'all told me my entire fucking life was that I need to go to college so that doesn't happen, so that I don't have to do manual labor.
That's 100%.
But now y'all motherfuckers, because y'all don't know how to do anything, but you still need like people that can do things for you. You're trying to get everybody to go to these trade schools or like whatever the reasoning is.
Yeah.
But Nick Fuentes actually is the one, guy who's like right leaning, who actually came out and said, "Don't listen to these fucking idiots. You don't feel like you have to go to trade school to make money. Choose to be elite. Do what I do and whatever the fuck he does, and be a catty little gossipy queen and make more money doing that." But I have been saying that. I'm like, yo, if you think that like your only way to make anything in your life is for trade school, or if that's like if that's something you care about, like if you
what if you lose the trade? What if the other person fleeces you?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean there's always inherent risk with trading.
Yeah,
there are people
like for example, Luka Doncic to LA. You know
what I'm saying is that there are people who are cut out for the trades who genuinely find like a lot of fulfillment in those jobs. But
did Trader Joe go to trade school?
No, he's kind of a phony.
Trader Joe, you mean Biden?
Folks, we're gonna go to the Patreon.
Okay, back and now to the panel.
We're gonna head over to the Patreon now. This is recorded though, isn't it?
Yeah, I have to poop.
This is live.
This is live?
This is Wednesday, August 13th.
Hump Day, I say.
I did just.
Oh, how's the? By the way, Crack, you're at the gathering of the Juggalos right now.
Yeah, I'm on the plane right now, headed to the gathering. Currently, in this room, this is a closet in the back of the plane.
Greg is
they have a
flying
green
on
screen.
Air Juggalo.
Oh, you would be in the closet.
I am. I told you not to tell
would you
anybody.
like a Fago?
Fago. Yeah, I'm sure gonna be getting my fill of Fago.
Now,
but
stewardess, could I get a refill on Fago,
wait,
please?
where is the gathering? Like, where do you fly into?
That would be cool.
Shangri-La?
I like the image. Before I answer your question, Robbie, I like the image that Dalton is painting. That like there's a Juggalo Airlines where it's like everybody that's going to the gathering is on the Juggalo plane, and they bring you Fago.
By the way,
all the stewardesses are like fat clown ladies.
Yeah, fat clown ladies, but they're wearing the stewardess outfit, but they got the makeup on.
Yeah.
And they're pushing a cart of all the different flavors of Fago.
All right, you are in an exit row. If you can assist in an emergency, say whoop whoop. And by the way, this is just Spirit Airlines on the way to the gathering. Like wherever, like this is just. I am sure every Spirit flight. First of all, it's probably their busiest day of the year, and it's probably an all clown. I mean, there's probably more clowns on that plane than Air Force One.
No, I will be flying on AA. Anthony and Artie Airlines.
Dude, do you remember? Yeah, I was thinking about this. You remember the ads for Anthony and Artie where they used? It was like, oh, funny. They were like both had mugshots.
Their mugshots, yeah.
Which is funny. It's like Artie did that as a bit. That's Kumia's real mugshot from when he like.
Well, even if it was like an Artie mugshot, it would have been from him like going to jail for getting caught with coke or heroin or something. Anthony's was from when he lost his gun and was beating his 26-year-old girlfriend.
I bit her hand.
That was not lost on me when those ads came out, and how quickly, like, that was not long after Anthony had gone to rehab and was like pretending that he was taking sobriety seriously.
Yeah. He put his own mugshot on a billboard to just remind everyone, oh yeah, that's that fucking guy who beat his girlfriend.
That's what I wanted to say about Kumia earlier when we were talking about him, is that I did think for a minute there, I was like, damn, I guess like Anthony like was very funny, but like he got so racist that he's not funny anymore. And it made me kind of think like, oh, racial comedy just isn't funny because like that's why Kumi is not funny. I just realized, no, Kumi is just an alcoholic retard that stopped being funny and happens to be racist. There's a lot of people being racist that are very funny.
Well, he also stopped. He just dropped the comedy part. You know what I mean? Like it's not even racist comedy. He just started saying like black fatigue and all that stuff. Why can't they behave?
It's just a show of what once was. But
they probably are fatigued from that sickle cell. They get the sickle cell and
there must be something about just combining the Italian brain with drinking every single day, because him and DePaolo are just like,
that's any brain. It's called wet brain, dude.
But like something
encephalopathy.
But John Hamm is an alcoholic, and he still seems sharp,
Well, he's only what is he?
Something about the WAPs just cannot, like, they just transform into like it's like they took the substance, or their other half like took the substance or something, and they just turn into like fucking droopy monsters who are just like the blacks.
Dog, that's
the blacks.
Dog, that's. I mean, maybe it's more exaggerated with the WAPs, like maybe it's more intense, but anybody who like drinks heavily, who's like a real alcoholic, they get that wet brain later in life, and they all kind of become that.
Yeah, that's true. But there's been alcoholic comedians that kept it pretty good, I think.
They held it together for a time, but I mean, even like, dude, I saw what looked like a recent clip of Stanhope where he was like doing another bit about like trying to justify his drinking. And I was like, dude, you gotta find you're at that age where you're just choosing to kill yourself.
But Stanhope's actually a good example of still being pretty sharp. But I remember
he's still pretty sharp, but it's like it's obvious that he is getting that wet brain. Like if he's actually like what he says is happening, if he's actually waking up and shaking and he has to drink, it's like, well, now you're in a pretty precarious position where if you like cold turkey would actually kill you.
Well, that sounds delicious.
That does sound delicious. But like people who get
Now, when is the surf class? Is it before or after we eat cold turkey?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna take you to surf class turkey rehab, dude. You're gonna hang 10.
You're gonna go cold turkey after hanging 10.
you're gonna hang 10, have some turkey sandwiches.
How about instead of Club Random, it was Club Sandwich?
Yeah, I mean, Stanhope's the man, obviously, but I do wonder. It's kind of a miracle of something.
It's insane.
It's a miracle that he's alive.
In 2004, I remember Louis wrote like a forum post publicly to Stanhope saying, "If you keep this up, you will die." And then he did that fucking Louis episode about it in like 2011. And Stanhope's like, he outlived like so many people.
Well, you guys want to hit the page?
Sure.
I got it all set up here.
Also, Artie is the only member of Dirty Work who's still alive too. So go figure.
Oh, but I did want to finish that one thought that if you are an alcoholic, like you need booze to like get level each day, and you decide you want to quit, you actually can't go cold turkey. If you try to stop completely,
yeah.
You'll have a seizure and you'll die.
You have to take like
that happened to that gay black guy from that show True Blood. So you got to go to.
They should have called that True Dat.
They should. So that's just a little PSA for you, folks. We're going to go to the Patreon now.
Yeah. They say you shouldn't go cold turkey. I've heard that from like rehabs or people who worked at rehabs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you just binge drink once or twice a week.
That's different. That's a different kind of manifestation of alcoholism. The people who drink
how you don't manifest.
I'm talking about the people who drink daily, like a lot, where they need it to actually.
Right. Yeah.
That's but whatever.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. I have to fucking
Patreon.com/the Crowder Boys.
The N-word.
Come to the shows, please.
We'll be back live next week. Love you guys. Peace. Oh, I forgot when you end. Wait.